Saudi's economy expands 6.4%, and the market valuation of the top 10 listed UAE companies reaches $402 billion. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Saudi Arabia's economy expanded 6.8% in Q4 2021, maintaining the fastest pace of annual growth in almost a decade. Non-oil GDP gained 5%, while the oil economy grew 10.8%. Growth for the full year of 2021 was 3.3%, slightly better than the Saudi official forecast of 2.9%. High oil prices boosted the kingdom's income and drove its recovery from the shock of the pandemic. The combined market valuation of the top 10 most valuable listed companies in the UAE exceeded $402 billion at the end of January. It represents 72% of the market cap of the 144 listed companies on the ADX and the DFM. Etisalat Group topped the list of the most valuable listed companies with a market cap of $78.4 billion. 8 companies in the top 10 are listed on the ADX, while 2 are listed on the DFM. Abu Dhabi-based Agthia Group's full-year net revenues rose by 49% to over $816.8 million compared to $561.1 million for 2020. Agthia attributes the revenue boost to strong growth in the protein and snacking segments, which contributed $291 million to annual revenue. The ADX-listed foods and beverages firm reported net profit of $58.8 million in 2021, up from $9.3 million the year previous. L'Oréal Group's 2021 profit surged 15.3% to $36.9 billion, growing twice as fast as the overall beauty market. The French cosmetics giant described it as a historic year. Sales revenue for the South Asia Pacific, Middle East, North Africa, and Sub-Saharan Africa region grew by 10%, with $2.6 billion in sales. Europe's Financial Stability Board is working to create a global framework of rules for crypto assets for release within months. European regulators are following the universal basic principle of the same rules to cover the same risks. With the decentralized nature embedded in cryptos, the FSB is unable to impose binding rules, but its members are committing to introducing regulations in their own countries. Meanwhile, the Russian government and the Bank of Russia will draft legislation to regulate cryptos and to recognize them as a form of currency. Russia's regulation seeks to establish rules for the circulation of digital currencies and lessen the threat to the stability of the country's financial system. Russia also aims to reduce the use of cryptos for illegal purposes and ensure control over the cash flows of credit institutions. Britain's Prince William visited an Abu Dhabi mangrove park at the start of a climate-focused visit to the UAE today. The Duke of Cambridge will also learn about efforts to fight the illegal wildlife trade and will tour Dubai's Expo site on his first official visit. His visit also aims to bolster ties between the two countries. Their governments announced in September that the UAE will invest $13.8 billion in the UK. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.